Good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Oh my goodness, it's so cold out. I woke up, it was 2 degrees out, and now I can't find my pick. Well, what do you know about that? Oh, there it is. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Postcards. I'm so glad you're here. I'm your host, Jenny Van West, coming to you live on the Postcard studio, where it's always 70 and sunny, and today is no different. I can look out there, see my favorite pine tree in Maine, and oh, listen to that guitar hum. Geez, I wonder which guitar I have. Good morning, everybody. I can look out and see my favorite pine tree in Maine. It doesn't have any snow on it, but damn, do we have a lot of snow. I got birds at the feeder. I got snow on the ground. And it's time to sing the postcard song, shall we? Let's do this. Let's do this. Looks like the bots are on. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling bad and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason. You don't need a rhyme to write a postcard. The P.O. Box 12522. Just write a postcard. 04098. Just write a postcard to Westbrook, Maine. 'Cause Grandma loves this show. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. And hi, howdy, and all that. I'm so happy to be with you this morning. Let's see who we got listening in this morning. Well, good morning, Diggy Cat, saying hi to the pine tree, hi to the birds at the feeder, and hi, Jenny with the guitar. Good morning, Diggy Cat. How's it going out there in California? So, let's see who else is here this morning. Emily Hansen. Good to see you here, my dear. So, got a nice little show for you this morning. We didn't have any mail, but I do have a seal and deal that I think is going to just float your boat just fine. Did mine. So we're going to take care of that in a little bit. We're going to do our usual thing. We don't have any new postcards this week. So I think I'm going to go ahead and announce the new topic. Moving on. It's moving on Monday today. Moving on from old patterns into new patterns, old people that you don't need to be around anymore, getting your soul out of hock and getting things moving. It's kind of tied to a little bit of some of the other things we've been talking about, motivation, goals and dreams and so forth, but moving on, actual moving on. That's something that I'm working on. So anyway, so that's the new topic. You don't have to write about that, but you sure could. And, let me just put it this way. Put it on a postcard and send it to me. P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. We got some cool stuff coming up this week online. I just want to get a sip of my coffee here. Cheers to the coffee people and the tea people. Good morning, good morning. This is my new favorite mug. Came from a guy named Doug Beckler up in Waterboro, Maine. He's on Etsy. You can check him out. They're not cheap, but they're going to last you forever, and if you take care of them, and they're absolutely beautiful to hold and to look at. So there you go. He's not my sponsor or anything. I'm just giving him a shout out. So, but a couple cool things that are going on online. Let's see if I've got this. All the stuff. Okay, so check this out. Magnolia Roads. Emily Hansen, who does our artist relations, Magnolia Roads is having a virtual festival this coming Sunday. I'm going to pull up the. Let me see if I can just do this like a pro and pull up. What? StreamYard is not letting me do this. Okay. Anyway, never mind. What we're going to do is we're going to just forget about that. Blah, blah, blah. Well, your browser has blocked your screen. Okay. I don't know what happened. Something very weird happened. I can't share screens this morning. That's the way it goes sometimes. But anyway, February 6th. It's next Sunday. Set your dial for 1 p.m. Pacific. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all the wonderful time zones in between and around the globe, according to that. And it's going to be a magnificent compilation of amazing musicians. I'm honored to be a part of that. My son Baxter is also a part of the show. And we're going to be raising money for this outfit. Tex Chromosome. Emily's also got a birthday fundraiser that's set up on for Tex Chromosome. It's right in the, I'll post these in the chat maybe after the show. But you can donate to Tex Chromosome. That's what this Round the Sun Again festival this year is for. It's Emily's 13th virtual festival that she's put together. These things are so much fun. Seriously, I get the same kind of vibe from watching these things and cheering people on and enjoying the camaraderie in the chat room. I get a little bit of that live music excitement and vibe and high afterwards. I feel good. So if you want to feel better, please be there next Sunday, February 6th, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 1 o'clock on the West Coast, all the other wonderful and important time zones all around the place. And we have a comment. We got two. Oh, there we go. Facebook's in the comments. Thank you, darling. Good morning to you as well. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you. All right. Listen, it's 11:09, and I got one other thing to tell you about. Why do I have a different mic? It's because I have a show Sunday night at the virtual festival. I'm going to be down at Blue this coming Sunday. Oh, wait, no, it's a week from Sunday. Never mind. I'm testing out my rig and seeing how this sounds because I'm going to be live streaming from Blue the second Sunday. And I'm going to be there with my pal Sorcha. We were rehearsing last night. She's got a beautiful voice and writes great songs. And we're going to be collaborating a little bit. So there's going to be a great show. This coming Sunday, Magnolia Roads online. And then a week from that, either come out to Blue in Portland, Maine, or hop on the live stream, which I'll have set up. So anyway, let's get a song going, shall we? It's song time here in the Postcard studio. It's song time here in the Postcard studio. And I don't even know what I'm going to play. And, good Lord, did I leave my capo across the room again? My God. You know, every week it's something. Every week it's something. Hang on one second. Let's get a capo, shall we? I mean, how does a gal with 4 capos end up, oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. There's an important piece that I forgot about this morning, folks. It's the sound. That's the sound. We are not getting board sound. Okay. Clearly, it's Monday morning. I have a case of the Mondays. I got a case of the Mondays. We've been using the internal microphone this whole time. Good Lord. Good Lord. Okay, let's fix that. Echo cancellation. Whoppity doodah. There we go. You should have really good sound now. Hopefully. Let me know if you can hear that tapping. Okay? I think I've got it all going straight. All right. Any problems with the sound, just do let me know. Just do let me know. All right, let's play a song. So, I've been having some fun this last couple of weeks. I've been playing a new song that I wrote okay, yes. Thank you, Diggy. I know, right? I looked up, I was like, what are all these wires hanging around for? I was like, oh, because they're not plugged into my laptop. That would definitely do it. I've been having some fun playing this new song the last couple of weeks. And, you know, I do so love about talking about songwriting process. And I could literally bore you to tears probably, unless you're into the topic, which I think some of you are. But it's been really fun to play this new song that I wrote, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago. It just kind of dropped out of me. And kind of like a baby or something. It's been kind of fun to just bring it in every week and use this space that we have together on Monday mornings as a way to kind of, you know, work it out. And so, so this time, I'm going to play it. Make sure I'm totally in tune. So this go around, I'm getting happier with it. I shifted some lyrics a little bit, tightened them up while I was washing dishes and stuff like that, thinking about it. And, you know, I do a lot of songwriting in my head, which is one of the reasons I actually, you know, if you send me albums, CDs and stuff like that, I don't make any promises about when I'm going to get to that, and links and stuff. I try and get to it as quick as I can, but I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to sort out in my head.
And I get to hear so much good music doing postcards that actually has become my input. Like last week we had some great folks on the show. We had Stacey Antonell, we had Ginger Cowgirl, and we had Tex Chromosomes, Penny Joe Poulos playing songs, talking stuff and things, and wonderful Emily Hansen was on the show last week, along with John Thomas from Kalamazoo Gals. So anyway, all right, so let's get a song out here. This is the new one. You give me chills like the color of a midday sea. With you I fly on clouds through an endless sky. It's not enough to know you love me. It's getting rough, and what I'm discovering is I want you. I want you. Sometimes when I'm near you, I lose my way. But that's just because I don't know what to say. Come on over, lean right in. Baby, hold me close and let's begin it again and again and again. 'Cause I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you. Darling, I want you here by me. Not just for this moment, but eternally. Yeah, I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you. Sitting on the edge of the world, dangling our shoes down. Feeling so high, our feet don't touch the ground. Darling, I want you here by me. Not just for this moment, but eternally. Yeah, I want you. 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 All right, all right, all right. Good morning. Oh, well, hey there, Judith. And hey there, Chewy. What's happening? What's happening? We're just having a good old time playing some songs, talking about stuff and things. I'm so happy that you're here with us this morning. And hello, hello, everybody. Let's see. Let's check this out. Oh my God, so much better. Thank you for that feedback. I was thinking, this new bike, I don't know. Well, this is what I have to. This is 58 is what I'm using. The condenser's just like aces, right, for doing stuff in the studio. But when I got out on the stage and I'm getting live sound and I'm doing a live stream, I gotta keep in mind that you take a condenser into a loud room, it ain't pretty. There's a lot of feedback, right? So yeah, you know the deal. Well, let's see. Oh, I love songwriting process and collaborating. Yes, stream team is what I'm talking about. Better late than never. Thank you. Yes, you were saying it about yourself, perhaps, Julie, but I'm going to say better late than never. I was a couple minutes late this morning. Um, yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what's going on. This figure the chat. Um, Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year to all the cats and cat herders. It's our year. Hear us roar. Meow. Yes, I think that is the truth. Yeah, and we got a couple holidays coming up here. Really important stuff. Just so you know, if you have not already done so, I hope I didn't leave this in the other room. Oh, well, by gum, I did. Hang on a second. I got something to show you. Hang on a second. It's just one of those days when I scurry about, apparently all show. The Postcards birthday book. Are you in this yet? Are you in this yet? If you haven't sent me your birthday, don't worry about the year unless you want to include that, but I think not. Let's just, because I don't have a lot of space. I got it all indexed, see? So we can go and take a look at whose birthdays are when. And I'm going to tell you, today is January 31st. It is the birthday of my dear departed grandfather, Hiram McCullough, my mother's father, was born on this day in the early 1900s. And he passed away when I was 14, but he was quite something. And I want to say happy birthday to you wherever you are. Sport, that's what we used to call him. And coming up this week, we got some important birthdays happening. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about that because even though it's January 31st, January 31st is sort of like this extra day you get in January, right? It happens to be my grandfather's birthday, and you can't live without it because what would happen? I mean, everything would cease to exist for a day if we didn't have the 31st of January. However, February starts tomorrow, and you know what happens on the 2nd of February? It's freaking Groundhog Day. It's Groundhog Day. We're going to get all kinds of important information from Punxsutawney Phil on Tuesday, all right? So pay attention, people. Sharpen your pencils. Point your browsers at Punxsutawney Phil and see what happens on Tuesday. Friday, my father, Jim Van West, my father-in-law, Jim Van West, has a birthday, February 4th. Happy birthday to Jim Van West. And on the 5th, on Saturday, our own Emily Hansen is going to be celebrating her birthday on Saturday, February 5th. So happy birthday to you. And another important birthday coming up on the 10th, Penny Joe Polis. So if you're not on the list for birthdays to get celebrated, this is going to be a permanent fixture in the Postcard studio. Send me your birthday and I'll get it in there. So that's all about birthdays. Let's see, it's 11:20. You know what? We don't have a ton of steals and deals today. I went to the P.O. box this morning. It was 2 degrees out when I woke up this morning, 2 degrees Fahrenheit. It was below freezing, below zero overnight here in Maine. But I bundled up and I put on my seat heater and I drove over to the Westbrook post office. There wasn't any mail. So here's what you got. I came across some cool stuff that I wanted to share with you. This is a postcard that actually came to my house, but we're going to include it in the postcards. All right. So I didn't get this at P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine 04098. This came to my house. But check this out. This is a very exciting thing. The Common Ground Country Fair is a project of MOFGA, and they typically, that is a absolutely fantastic and wonderful event, loaded with live music, loaded with demonstrations, loaded with organic farmers and great food, and tons of kids sliding on cardboard down a hill. It's more fun than a box of kittens. You really all should think about coming up to Maine for this Common Ground Country Fair. This will be, assuming that it goes forward, the last two have been canceled, and so I'm hoping to be playing there. Maybe I'll do a postcards show from there. That would be really fun. End of September. But this came through because it said entertainment interest form is now available. You have to be a Maine artist to get into the country fair as a performer. But I've performed there a number of times on the big stage, on the medium stage. It's more fun than a box of kittens. Common Ground Country Fair, back in business. Cannot wait to be there the end of September. All right. Steals and deals. All right. We're taking a break from our usual routine, which if you've been watching the show. Oh, and good morning, Toby Simmons. Nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. Oh, Thea. Oh, there's a birthday. Oh, today. Oh, holy smokes. Thank you, Diggy. Thea Wood. Are you out there? It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Thea Wood from the Horizon Music Foundation. Thank you for pointing that out, Diggy. That's great. I'm going to make sure. Let's get her on the books, okay? Let's make sure she's in there. January 31st. Let's do it. Thea Wood. Horizon Foundation. There we go. Happy birthday. You're in the book now. Okay. You've been written in the book of birthdays. All right, so let's keep going here, shall we? All right, so steals and deals this week. It says something a little different. I was like, The New Yorker. This also came to my house. Usually I love the New Yorker magazine. All right, so I'm not crazy. I'm just going to be honest with you. As a poet, longtime poet, off and on, writing poems and along with songs, I'm not crazy about their poetry editing. Sorry. It's like one of the most prestigious things you can get is to get placed in the New Yorker. Not crazy about their aesthetic with the poems. Just being open about that. However, their jokes are the best and their articles are freaking awesome. And it's just a fun magazine. So, New Yorker. Everybody knows it. I've got some sort of crazy cheap rate that they're offering me. I might take them up on that, actually, because I could, but this is the thing that really got to me. Check this out. I was like, oh, there's something in here. And it said, do not bend on the envelope. And guess what it is? It's postcards. Do you want one of these? Let me know. Send me a postcard. P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. They have jokes on the back. All right, let me share one with you. Let's see. Actually, I don't think I can explain jokes right now. But anyway, you get the idea. So, so that's steals and deals for Monday. It's kind of a short list because I think I got there before they put all the steals and deals in the mailboxes. But write to me, P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. Oh, I know. I did get something from the mail. Shoot. My goodness, we do have mail. We have one piece of mail. I picked it up the other day and I completely forgot. It's right here in the new mail area. And it's from one of y'all. And I'm going to read it at 11:30. I completely forgot. Thank you. Thank you for my mail. And also, just so you know, we have a lost and found here. We have a mitten that it's a little blue mitten. It's in great shape. It needs to find its way home. So if you're missing a little blue mitten, do let me know. I'll just mail it to you. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg, we're missing you too. So lost and found, Ruth Bader Ginsburg finger puppet is in the lost and found today. That's actually, it was a gift from my friends over at Coffee by Design when I played a gig at Porch Fest for them. But Ruth Bader Ginsburg puppet there. We miss you, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. All right. So we'll be reading a letter from Grandma. We did hear from Grandma. But let's get another song going. I think that's where we're at. I feel like playing something with a little bit of sunshine in it, and I got to think about what song that might be. Let's see. Oh, I know what I'm going to play. This will be fun to play on my SG here. Let's see. Where did my pick go? Oh my God. You know what? If you write me a postcard, I would love some tips on how you keep from losing your picks. Because I'm going to tell you, if you've been watching this show for a minute, you happen to know my very bad pick losing habit. So we're just going to play with our thumbs. I got my old sweetheart back in my arms again, and that good Mr. Bluebird is working his charms again, and Lady Luck, she's taking her sweet old turn. We got happiness to burn. So don't ever go, don't ever be a fool again. I got my heart on my sleeve, that is dedicated to you. Keep the fire warm until that moment I return. We'll have happiness to burn. We've got happiness to burn. On the day you left, my skies turned gray. Then the sun came out and the teardrops dried. When you decided to stay, I got my old sweetheart back in my arms again. And that good Mr. Bluebird is working his jobs again. And Lady Luck, she's taking her sweet old turn. We got happiness to burn. Keep the fire warm until that moment I return. We'll have happiness to burn. Brought to you by Powder Milk Biscuits. All right. Well, that cheered me right up. You know, I'll tell you what. Mondays aren't always the easiest day. You know, it's kind of like there's that feeling, either real or imagined, that feeling that you got to come back in swinging and have it all back together. Well, that's the kind of swinging that I'm doing today. Just saying. Get that guitar out, get that keyboard out, crank up the records or whatever you got to do to get that groove going today. All right. That's something that maybe we should start focusing on more on Monday. How do you get your groove back on Monday? Well, I'm going to say, write a postcard. P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. If you don't know it, you can just memorize the song. It's as simple as pie. Write me a postcard. Put a stamp on it. It doesn't even have to be a nice stamp. You can just put a stamp on that and just put that sucker in the P.O. box, big old blue. Take a little walk, get some fresh air. Here the air is extremely fresh. It's about 19 degrees out. And take a walk to the big blue box and just drop it in there. And you know what? You're going to be famous. You're going to go on the wall of fame, wall of love here in the Postcard Studio and be celebrated. So why don't you just do it? P.O. Box 1252. The topic this week is moving on. Moving on. It's New Year. We've got Chinese New Year today. We've got Tibetan Losar coming up. We've got the sun is getting higher in the sky. The light's getting more intense. And guess what? We had a blizzard the other day. Did I tell you about that? I don't think I did. I think we got about 15 inches of snow. It was literally blowing sideways down our street. We had the wood fire going all the time like we do these days just to keep our tootsies warm. And, it was, we were lucky. We were blanketed with a lot of snow. I hope y'all who were in Maine were able to stay safe. We didn't even lose power, but we were gusting to 60. Down in Boston, where I've got a kid in school, it was blowing sideways, and I think they got about 2 feet. So good luck, Boston, getting out of that. That's going to be a big mess for a while, and quite beautiful. I'm sure there's been some fun had out in the snow. So and you skiers. I tried to get a hold of somebody yesterday. And I was like, well, where is this person? I'm like, oh, they're probably on the slopes somewhere because there's 15 inches of new powder in the mountains. So anyway, I hope y'all have been having fun in it. All right, so dong, it's time for mail call on postcards. Let's see. First things first, let's get some comments going here. Who we got weighing in here? Let's take a look. Wubbity-doo, wubbity-doo. Oh, tape picks to your mic stand. There you go. All right. Judith Swyman. Just glue them on, Jenny. I think you might be right about that. A little bit of crazy glue and it'll just stay right on my fingers. Suction cup holder on the wall behind you to hold picks. Now we're talking. Okay, there we go. Gotta remember to stay on this mic. Let's see. Woohoo. Yeah. Oh, Diana Griffin Ennis. Oh, I'm going to send you some Heartland Song Network picks today. Thank you. That would be so awesome. Funny You should mention that because guess who wrote to us this week? And that would be Diane. I'm going to get to these upcoming postcards. Oh, thank you for putting out the comments, Emily. We'll get to that at 11:45. All right. New mail. Diana Griffin Ennis wrote us a note from Westwood, Kansas, and the Heartland Song Network and KKFI. Jenny, thank you for the recent shout out, and I'm glad you're enjoying the stickers. It really is a bucket list item to visit Maine someday. Well, let me know when you're ready to tick that one off, and we'll help you figure that out, okay? Just reach out, and we'll give you the lay of the land and help you figure out what it is you want to do down here, over here in Maine. It's single digits here in the Heartland today, and I'm listening to female jazz vocalists from the 50s and 60s, Ella, Sarah, Nancy, and Dinah. Weren't we just talking about swinging? Whatever it takes to get you swinging again? All right. That's a good way to do it. A complete departure from my usual Americana roots listening habits. I highly recommend it. We are busy planning events and activities for the Heartland Song Network for 2022. We need COVID to go away and stay away. That's the part I added. Keep up the good work. Wow. XOXO Diana Lynn. Thank you, Diana. That's an awesome note. I really appreciate that. And let me tell you, there's one of my favorite pictures on the front. Look at this. It's a cowboy with a bunch of horses. Front cover art by an inmate participating in the Arts and Prison programming. Okay, check this out. Arts and Prison programming. This is someone who's currently incarcerated. Art and Prison's mission is to use the arts to inspire positive change in the incarcerated, to reduce recidivism. That means going back to jail, guys. And to reconnect ex-offenders with their communities. Beautiful. Okay, this is a really beautiful thing. If you want to know more about Arts in Prison, go to artsandprison.org. I'm going to do that. I'm glad I hadn't read the back yet. I didn't want to read the whole thing until I got on the air. But Diana, thank you so much for sending us mail. P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. I'll be writing her back later today. We've had a nice little message volley going on. Well, it's time for the letter from Grandma. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We have another letter from Grandma. Another letter from Grandma. So anyway, you know that Grandma loves this show. And if you've just joining us for the first time, let's see if we've got another shout out to give here. Let's take a look. Anna Alter. Nice to see you here. I don't know if I've ever seen your name up here. Well, welcome to the show. My name is Jenny Van West. I'm coming to you live from the Postcard Studio where it's always 70 and sunny. And you can write us a postcard. I think I already talked about that 11 times. There it is. I'm just going to leave this up while I'm reading the mail. So here's the deal with Grandma, okay? Grandma lives in an island about 85 miles off the coast of Finland, up in the cold sea. It's called North Moldova. If you can find it on a map, do send me the information. Do send me the coordinates. I've never been quite able to find it, but she sends me letters every week, okay? And she's quite wonderful. You're about to find out. Dear grandchildren, January 25th, 2022. So that was a couple days ago. Dear grandchildren, I hope this letter finds you well. During these especially cold months, I sleep in the box bed by the stove, the bed that my father built when we first moved to North Moldova. So the deal with North Moldova is there's some Finnish Americans there who came from Astoria, Oregon, once the lumbering started to go down a little bit, and the fish canneries started to go down. Let's see. Making a winter bed in North Moldova is a very important survival skill. Due to the remoteness and the surrounding frozen sea, the winds can literally howl and whistle through the eaves. That's pretty serious. Fortunately, our habit of keeping sheep makes sure that none go cold. First off, we keep some sheep under the house. There's a barn space there, and roughly 30% of my sheep live there. The warmth generated by these kind and gentle beasts warms the floor. Second, everyone on North Moldova has blankets from Hedda's Weavery. As you know, hand-spun blankets are the best against the cold. I don't have my hat on today, but Grandma's hat is across the room. You all have been joining me on Monday. Usually I wear that when we're reading the mail. I'll wear it next week. It is a very, very warm hat. Let's see. So second, everyone in North Carolina has blankets from Hedda's Weavery. As you know, hand-spun blankets are the best against the cold. Lastly, we have shearling to lay on. Once again, running for the mailboat. Keep up the good work. And hello to all your listeners. Love, Grandma. All right, well, there's your letter from Grandma. Thank you, Grandma. Hope you've been listening in on the wireless today. And thanks for the intel. And, love hearing about your life on North Moldova. And if you guys want to write to Grandma, just write to me, and I'll make sure she gets the message. Okay, P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine 04098. Just send it to Grandma, care of me, and we'll make sure that it gets there. Okay, and she's awesome about writing, so she'll write you back. Okay, and we'll read it on the show on Monday. What could possibly be better than a letter from Grandma, right? Okay, so let's see. We got another comment here. Who's on the horn? Okay, we got a bunch of stuff. Oh, gee willikers, this is great. Emily, thanks for putting those in the comments. I'm gonna make when we do our upcoming shows at 11:45, which is in about 7 minutes. I'll make sure that I bring those up. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Postcards. So glad you're here. So right now I've got the Maine state bird coming and hanging out at my feeder. These guys are always around in any kind of weather, and in fact, except for the day before a big storm. Day before a big storm, the birds don't come to the feeder. But this morning, we have some beautiful little chickadees that are always coming around. I think we've probably hosted about 17 generations of chickadees at our feeder. Cute little black cap chickadee, hanging out, eating suet, pecking around and hanging out in our little lilac bush out there, waiting for spring to come, just like us. All right, so let's do this. Let's get another song going, shall we? All right, so what do I want to play here? How about a guitar? Let's do that. Okay. And we still don't know where a pick is, so we're going to play a song that we can. Wow, I tell you, I should probably practice right here in this corner of my studio. Oh, check it out. You know what? Look what was sitting on my soundboard. Because I told myself a couple weeks ago I should always have a capo on my soundboard. How about that? What a big surprise. I think I know what I want to play. I have a song that I was practicing last night, and I'm going to see if I can do this one. I'm going to try this one. It's a new one, newer. I wrote it when I was living in the Netherlands a couple summers ago. I had a really amazing opportunity to go over to Europe and stay for a while. And boy, let me tell you, I can't wait to do it again. I absolutely fell in love with the Netherlands. People there are so nice. And also very direct and practical. And that combination is, I just absolutely love. You could bike anywhere. You can take the train anywhere. You don't need to have a car. I mean, it's kind of handy, but you don't really need to have a car there. You can live without it. Even in a little village like I was staying in Millingen-on-the-Rhine, where my friends Jan and Ella live. My promoter over there, Jan Jansen. From Jothama Promotions, wonderful human being. Miss you guys. So I wrote this. I had access. I had a really neat setup when I was living in the Netherlands. I went over with my family. We went to France, visited some friends around Paris, stayed just outside of Paris in a great little village, and then we went over to the Netherlands together. And then they headed home, and I stayed. And I got to go to Berlin for 5 days with a French friend, and had an incredible experience of getting to ram around Berlin for a while. And then I got to go stay in a little B&B in Millingen-on-the-Rhine in the Netherlands. And the beauty of the countryside in the summertime in the Netherlands is world class. It's not surprising that landscape turned out so many incredible painters over hundreds and hundreds of years, because it's an absolutely stellarly beautiful place. So I was right by the Rhine River, and I had access to a big old kind of semi-converted garage space, which had a couch in it and all that. And I spent a lot of time in there practicing and writing. And this is one of the songs that came out, so I'm going to try and do it some justice. It's called Honey on the Vine. Jackie come running down the hill, fetch a pail of water, saying, I'm gonna marry you, Jill, if you love me still. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. Jackie, don't ever run away. I'm your gal on that you can rely. I'd swear it on the sky. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. Jackie, let's see. There we go. Jackie, the sun came out, dried up the well, and I fear that we must part. And it's breaking my heart. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. And Jackie said, don't you mind, when the rain's come and gone, I'll be right here. Ooh. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. Ooh. And Jackie come running down the hill to fetch a pail of water, saying, I'm gonna marry you, Jill, if you love me still. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. And the bees in the thicket and the honey on the vine. Oh, it was so lovely to have that one just pop out last night. Like, be like, oh, yes, I haven't been playing this recently. I needed a little break. It's a simple song. It's a folk song, but it does have a lot of a feeling for me. And that brings us just to 11:45. Hope y'all are doing great this morning. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcards studio, where it's always 70 and sunny. And, check this out. Love Grandma's letter. My grandpa and I wrote each other every month. Hey, that's awesome. And, I do, when I first started this show over a year ago, I had a lot of experimenting that I needed to do. And one of them was reading missives from my box of letters up in the attic. And kind of bringing those to light again. There's something special that cannot be replaced about letters and postcards, because you can put them up on your wall, you can carry them with you, you can put them in a box and forget about them and find them 20 years later, but you can't do that with a text message. Text messages have their place, but I do, my own mother and I have made the shift to, she used to write to me all the time, and I was terrible about writing back, but then we started writing, I've got a lot of letters from her by email. And, those I can keep and dig around, but it's not in her handwriting, So those letters are really precious. So anyway, all of you who've written to me, I really just want you to know how deeply I appreciate it. And it's just so fun to share with you guys. So anyway, guess what time it is? It's time to talk about upcoming guests on the Postcards show on Thursdays. All right. So Thursdays we have a guest. We've been getting fantastic Americana artists from around the place coming in here, books by our own Emily Hansen of Magnolia Roads. She does all the booking for Postcards. Thank you, Emily. If you guys are thinking about booking tours, get in line, because she's good and she'll keep after it for you. So Emily Hansen, Magnolia Roads, we thank you so much for doing the booking for Postcards. We have a really cool show coming up this Thursday. Thursday, February 3rd, we are going to be visited by Side Pony, Alice Wallace and Caitlin Cannon. This is a power duo out of Nashville. We are super excited that you're going to be with us. Cannot wait. And so Alice Wallace, Caitlin Cannon, bring it. Side Pony. Going to see you Thursday, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and then the following week we have a really, really special show coming up that we've been working on. Emily put this together, and we've been working on a format. Thursday, February 10th, we are going to be doing a house concert panel. We're going to be joined by, Jeff and Ashley Hollis of Hollis House Concerts in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're going to be joined by Linda Bolton from Cozy House in New Jersey. Leslie Cash Job coming to us from Rawhide House Concerts in Austin, Texas, and Darius from PHX Desert Valley House Concerts. This is going to be a foursome to remember. The goal of this show is to inspire those who are interested in starting house concerts. That's the focus that we're taking. We're going to be talking to them about all the great stuff that goes on. If you've never been to a house concert, make sure that this is your year, because it is unlike any other kind of listening experience because of the closeness and the friendships that get formed and the community that is built in that room, just even from going to one. It was like a religious experience the first time I went. I can't remember which the first one was, but I've never been to one that I didn't like. They come in all shapes, sizes, forms, and they're just a really magnificent and fun thing to do. So February 10th, that's a week from this Thursday, we'll be doing a house concert panel with all these wonderful folks from around the place who know what they're talking about. All right. And then the following week, just after Valentine's Day, which you know is one of my favorites, and you could say Valentine's to each other, just saying on a postcard. Thursday, February 17th, we're going to be joined by Eugene Ruffalo, coming to us from New York City, and he is an absolutely fantastic singer, composer, guitar player, a neat human being, and I first heard him up in Maine when he came up with Shane Alexander to do a house concert, actually, up at Ed and Robin Desjardins up in Reedfield. So Eugene Ruffalo is going to be Eugene Ruffalo joining us Thursday, February 17th. Following week, February 24th, which I believe actually is Jeff's grandmother's birthday. She's passed away now, but I think that's her birthday. Thursday, February 24th, we're going to be joined by the Hawthorns, KP and Johnny Hawthorne, coming to us live from Nashville, Tennessee. They have an album dropping the next day, Friday, February 25th. The Hawthorns, follow them on Instagram, along with all these other wonderful people. Get in line, people. It's going to be great. Let's see. So, and then the following week, March the 3rd, that's going to bring us into March, Wonder Kid or Woodwillow is going to be joining us from Oklahoma City. And Joel and Becca, we got a new album coming out. We can't wait to talk with you. I've been hearing about you from this, that, and the other place, and cannot wait to listen. So anyway, and then coming up after that, we're into March, and the March 10th, we're going to be taking a little break on that Thursday to get ready for South by Southwest, because I'll be leaving here on March the 12th to go down to Austin to be there for a week. I cannot wait. We're going to be broadcasting live from a show at the Peace House Farm, sponsored by Tex Chromosome, Magnolia Roads, and Mule Kick Records. We're going to be having a fantastic time down at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas during March. So you're going to be getting an earful about that, all right? So that's what's coming up. I'm super excited. Again, thanks to Emily Hansen and Magnolia Roads for doing such a fantastic job with the booking. So let's see. Woodwillow. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, and a little note about letters. Check this out. I have letters my grandpa and grandma wrote to each other during World War II. Seems appropriate to mention, as yesterday we celebrate Kalamazoo gal Irene Stern's 100th birthday. That's right. Yesterday, I had the good fortune of being able to be a part of the well-wishing to her, Irene Stearns. If you don't know about Irene Stearns and the Kalamazoo gals who worked at the Gibson factory during World War II, check out our last Thursday's show. John Thomas popped in around 11:30 and talked about that a bit. You can also go to Kalamazoo Gals on the interwebs and read about the wonderful historical digging that John and his crew have been doing, bringing these ladies to light. And Irene Stearns, happy 100th birthday. She's the last surviving Kalamazoo gal. We wish you a very happy birthday. Thank you for all your work making Gibson guitars. I have a couple, and they're cherished, and they're always going to be in my family. So, well, all right then. All right. We've got time for another song before it's time to go out. So, boy, this has been, I'll tell you, showing up here on Mondays is how I get my week going. And usually the beginning of the show, I'm a little discombobulated, despite getting everything in order the night before. Usually some capo or pick problem, I'm gonna. I think I need to come up with maybe I need to put double stick tape on my wall, and that's right here where the new mail is, and then just put a bunch of pics on that. So Diana, when your Heartland Song Network pics come, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick them on the wall, and then it's my emergency supply. Okay. Speaking of which, I found one. All right, so I'm gonna stay right here with this, with where I'm capoed up and tuned right here. This song has a similar vibe to the last one I played. Normally, I probably wouldn't play them back to back, but I don't like to spend too much time tuning. I had a little tuning problem last week, and it just really took up a lot of time. And that guitar is going to get recycled in the best possible way. $350 is yours plus shipping. My wonderful, wonderful Gretsch thin line does have some. You got to be patient with it. The sound, the tone is incredible. But you got to be patient with it, and I think I'm getting to the point where I want things to tune up lickety split. Because I got the privilege of listeners, right? That's you guys. Thanks for being here, listening to Postcards. Let's take a look here. All right, there we go. Let's see. You know what? I played this last week, but I'm going to play it again. Wow, that's a really bad string. All right, so I played this last week and I'm going to play it again because the topic of moving on, right? Sometimes in order to move on, we got to face some hard truths. If we're trying to move a relationship forward, for instance, or we're trying to get our lives more in a direction that we want them to go, we have to face some hard truths. Maybe we have some limitations. Maybe we've got stuff from our past that we're not quite done with. And moving on doesn't mean ignoring, forgetting, denying, but it means giving things a proper burial or giving things their proper due in order to make things right so that one can move on. That's what this song is about. All right, here we go. Know how to run, how to cover my past. A rearview mirror and I'm watching my back. Hiding in the hills of my past. Gotta run away. What you gonna do when you hit that wall? The whole thing wrecks and the wheels fall off. Can't just pack it up or blow it off. Nowhere to hide. Try and buy yourself some more time, selling that idea that it's alright, it's alright. But you know you're a bug on a pin. You don't want to lose, but you just can't win. Sticky situation to find yourself in. When you got the world by the tail and everything's cool, it's a real smooth sail. They see right through you 'cause they got you nailed. It's time to let them win. You know you gotta let them win. There's some kind of people that know your name, have your numbers and see your game. And they'll keep loving you just the same. Never let them go. And it won't matter if you're wrong or right, lost in darkness or seeing the light. And all that stuff you got wrapped tight, you're gonna let it go. No more buying any more time, selling that idea that it's alright. It's gonna be alright. But you know you're a bug on a pin. Don't wanna lose, but you just can't win. Sticky situation to find yourself in. When you got the world by the tail and everything's cool, it's a real smooth sail. They see right through you 'cause they got you nailed. It's time to let them win. You know you gotta let them win. Ooh. Whoop-de-doo-dah. That felt good. That felt good. So, well, we're getting to the end of our time here. It's almost time to go. And you know what that means? It means it's time to say goodbye to all our company. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. POSTCARDS. 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 Just write to us at P.O. Box 1252. Westbrook, Maine, 04098. And some of you will recognize that tune and where that all came from. I'm not going to mention it, but you know where it came from. Let's see here. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. It's been a really great time for me. Great show. Thanks. You're welcome, Diggy. Always good to see you here. I really do appreciate all of you listening in. And it's so great to just sort of have a posse gathering and welcome in some new people on Monday mornings. And, you know, topic is moving on, and that's what we're about to do. We're about to move on into the day. And so I wish you all a really, really good day. May your guitars be in tune. May your grandma write you letters. And first, don't forget, if you haven't got a grandma to write you letters, you just write to me, write to grandma care of me, and we'll make sure you get a response. All right? There we go. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure. We're going to go out in the key of A because that is the happiest key. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just play an A and write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma just loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason, and you don't need a rhyme, unless it's a poem, to write a postcard to P.O. Box 1252. Just write a postcard. 04098. Just write a postcard to Westbrook, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. And I have to say one other thing. If Anna Alter's listening, My apologies. You have tuned in before. I just have Monday brain. So anyway, lots of love to all of you guys. I'm so psyched you've been hanging out with all you wonderful people. Have a great week until Thursday when we're going to be chilling with Side Pony coming to us live from Nashville, Tennessee. And more fun than a box of kittens. Okay, have a great day, everyone. Lots of love to you guys.